This is question number 6 from Mathematics SL Paper 1, Time Zone 2. Getting to it, let's see what we have. We have a function f of x that is given. We have a couple constants there. We are told at x equals 0, the gradient of the curve of f is 3. Remember that gradient is sort of the other name. We haven't really used this that often in our course, but we know that this is related to the slope. We can also recognize that this is something about the derivative. And so specifically, we can state this part, this entire sentence really, this way. When x is equal to 0, the slope or derivative of the curve is 3, which means that f prime at 0 is 3. We're also told something about the inverse, something we really haven't seen a lot of in calculus. So we're going to need to remember our definition of inverse to make this useful for us. You may remember that the idea of the inverse of a function is this. If we have f of a being equal to b, then the inverse function of f evaluated at b will give us that a back. So that these two functions are really reverses of each other. Instead of an input of a leading to an output of b, an input of b leads to an output of a. So the reason this is relevant for this particular problem is that we're told that f inverse of 7 equals 1. This means that f of 1 must be equal to 7. So let's now see if we can relate all these pieces together, because we have that the slope of the curve is 3 when x is equal to 0. We have that f of 1 is equal to 7. And we have this function that just has constants in it, f of x being equal to a x cubed plus bx. Well, since we can see that the derivative at x equals 0 is 3, let's start with that. Let's find f prime of x. That is going to be, using power rule, 3ax squared plus b. And so let's take this x value of 0 and put it in. So f prime at 0 is going to be 3a times 0 squared plus b, which gives us, and we know that that number, just coming down from here, that value is equal to 3, which gives us in a pretty straightforward way that b is equal to 3. So there's b. Now let's find a. We know that f of 1 is equal to 7, so let's now take this and put that into our function f of x. F of x is equal to ax cubed plus bx, but we have just found that b is 3, so let's put that in there, plus 3x. And let's find f of 1. So this is going to be a times 1 cubed plus 3. And we know that that is going to be equal to 7, because again, f of 1 is equal to 7. And so a little bit of algebra, not a lot of algebra actually, so a plus 3 is equal to 7, which gives us that a is just equal to 4. So we have b is 3, a is 4, and we have answered this question.